Hello students, welcome to a new session. So I think this is my second class. So I think Abhishek sir is absent today. So I'll be taking this class also. So today in this class we will learn about determinants. So in the last class we learned about articles and in determinants also. So in one of the sections article also comes. So article also can be called as a determiner. So I'll tell you more about it. So before we move on to it, we will just see what is determinants. So, what do you mean by determiner, or what is the definition of determiners? So it is nothing but determiners are words that characterize or limit the meaning of the head noun in a noun phrase. So the in noun phrase there will be many words, like maybe 3 or 4 words will be there, and or 2 words will be there maximum. So that's the minimum. Okay, at least 2 words will be there in a noun phrase. So in these 2 words, there will be a head noun, wherein which speaks about everything. Okay, so in this head noun, we have to use a determiner in order to characterize or limit the meaning of the head noun. So I'll give you with example. That is, those 5 boxes should be moved from here. So this is the example. Those 5 boxes should be moved from here. So here, which is the noun here? Or tell me, which is the subject in the sentence? It is those 5 boxes. Is it? That is the subject in the sentence. And so we can call it as a noun phrase. A noun phrase which acts as a subject in the sentence. Is it? So now we have to find out the head noun from the same noun phrase. That is those 5 boxes. So there are 3 words, and it is called as a noun phrase, and it is also act as the subject in the sentence. So here we have to find out the head noun. So we are talking about that 5 boxes. So which is the determiner here? Those. The word those is the determiner that is used here. So it's a demonstrative determiner that is used in the sentence. So I will tell you what is demonstrative. So there are different kinds of determiners, like article, possessive nouns, cardinal, ordinal, demonstrative, quantifiers, distributives, interrogative, then possessive adjectives. So there are different kinds of determiners. We will see all about what. So here the determiner is those 5, because it is speaking about that particular 5 boxes which won't be able to move from there. Okay, so that is called a determiner. And now we will see there are some commonly used determiners. So we cannot we can identify determiner in different occasions and different situations. For example, article. Then, for example, the chalk which I am using belongs to someone else. So the word the is an article, is it? But it acts as a determiner in order to characterize, or we can say in order to limit the meaning of the head noun in a noun phrase. Okay. So there are some commonly used determiners. That is, the first of all, article and the then possessive nouns. So what do you mean possessive noun? For example, Mira's uncle, or my uncle's, someone is sick today. So whatever it is. So that is called possessive nouns. And the cardinal and ordinal numbers also can be called as determiners. For example, 1, 2, 3, 10, 4, 5. So all these are cardinal numbers. So all these are also called as determiners. Then ordinal numbers like first, second, third, 10, 11, 20th. So all these also can be called as demonstratives. And then we have a demonstrative. Demonstratives means which are which demonstrate something to someone, or which demonstrates something in the sentence. For example, this book belongs to someone. So the word this is speaking about or demonstrating or explaining that this book, particular books, belongs to someone. So there are two words like that. One is the word this is speaking about the particular book which is there. Is it, for example, these mangoes are so cheap. So these mangoes or these books belongs to me. So the word these is used in order to demonstrate the word book. I'll just write it down on the board. So here, these books belongs to me. These books, these books belongs to me. So here, the word these is the demonstrative that is there in the sentence, because the word these demonstrate the word book, because they are demonstrating or they are telling that these particular books which are there which belongs to me. And then we have quantifiers. So quantifiers means which speaks about the numbers. So how many are there and so on. For example, many, a few, most, more, none, and so on. And then we have distributives, so which distributes between two people. Each of the students are studying well or whatever it is. So every student is talking in the class, neither or either. So all these are distributives. And we also have interrogatives. That is, interrogatives means which ask a question. So, for example, which is your car? What is your name? So all these are interrogatives. Okay, and then we have possessive adjectives. That is, possessive adjectives like my, our, your, his, her, it's, there. So all these are possessive adjectives which are there. And then we have sorry, the definite and indefinite articles are referred to as the central determinants, because sentence often have more than one determinant. So it also can be used as a central determinant. And these determinants that occur before the central determinants are called predeterminants. For example, all the doors are locked. So here the word all as well as the word the is also a determinant. So the can be called as a central determinant and all will be predeterminant. So there is one more example like determinants that occur after the central determinant are called predeterminants. For example, the first singer was pretty good. So the word the is the primary determiner, and then we have a predeterminer, that is the word first. Okay. So I hope it is clear. And now we move on to the next step of it, that is determiners and adjectives. So what is the relation between determiners and adjectives? So let us see. So here, although adjectives like determiners qualify nouns, there are some basic differences. So in the definition, we have seen that determiners are words that characterize or limit the meaning of the head noun, which means which qualifies the noun. And so let us see what is the difference between adjectives and determiners, because adjectives also does the same job, is it? So what is the difference between these two? So we'll see. Adjectives describe the properties of noun. Adjectives describe the properties of noun, whereas determiner limit the nouns and specify the characteristics such as ownership. For example, we have seen an example like Mira's uncle is in the hospital. So what do we understand? We are talking about, or we are limit the meaning or characterize about Mira's uncle. It does not speak about the properties of noun. Or for example, Mira is very beautiful. So here it describes the properties of noun. So we are describing Meera. So there it becomes an adjective. But whereas in the other case, it does not become an adjective because it is limit the nouns and specify the characteristics such as ownership. So here he speaks about the ownership. Here he speaks about the Meera's uncle. Okay. And the next one, adjective can change their form and have degrees of comparison. But we know that a degree determiner will not have a degree of comparison. And then adjective can occur before or after the noun, but determiner will occur before the noun. For example, the boy came to the school, or else there are some examples. I'll just read. We have, why have you left these books lying around here? So here, before the noun, the determiner comes. Okay, and the adjectives can occur after determiners related to the same head noun. But determiner cannot occur after adjectives in regard to the same noun. So in a noun, if an adjective is used and another determiner cannot be used in the same sentence. But if an adjective is used, determiner can come after that. But in this situation, if a determiner is used, so see, it cannot occur after adjectives in regard to the same noun. So if adjective is used in the sentence, and soon after that we cannot use the determiner. But with the help of determiner, we can use the adjectives. Determiners can be followed by adjectives. So we have already seen that adjectives occur before nouns. So this is the main situation. And then adjectives can occur in a sentence. Adjectives can occur in a sentence sequence during the same noun. Whereas determiner can occur in every short sequence if it is necessary. If it is necessary, determiner can occur at any time. But what happens here in this situation? Adjectives cannot occur in the same way. It can occur in a sequence. For example, one or two or three adjectives can be used together, but in a sequence. But whereas determiners, it occurs in every short sequence. So we can use wherever we want. It's not a problem at all. And towards the end, with regard to the difference between adjectives and determiners, it do not get affected by the gender and the number of the head noun. Whereas determiner change according to the gender and the number of the head noun. For example, this pen is mine. So here I use the word this because the noun is singular. If there are more than two pens, what will be the determiner that will be used? I'll use these. These pens are mine, or those pens are mine. That pen is mine. So I used singular noun form, and so what happens? I'll be able to use the word that, which speaks about a singular subject. But those, if I use those, what will happen? It means that there are two or more nouns are there in the sentence. Okay, now what are the uses of adjectives or determiners? So here, with regard to article, the indefinite article er and the definite article the are used as determiners, because in order to speak about a noun, a singular noun which is specific. So In the last class, we have studied about articles, and I said the difference between the indefinite article and the definite article, and the difference between the indefinite article and an, and the definite article the usages of the articles and so on. So I don't think I have to explain again the same. So we move on to the next one, that is determiners. So what is determiners? Sorry, demonstratives. So what is demonstratives? So demonstratives point out and identify a person or a thing. For example, as I said, this is my book. This is my book. So the particular book which is there is mine. So here the demonstrative means it demonstrates something. The same example which is given here. These books belongs to me. So here the word these demonstrate the word book. And so I'll be able to use these as a demonstrative determiner. The example which is given in a textbook it is why have we left these books lying around here? So here the word these is used in order to demonstrate the word book. So it can be called as a demonstrative determiner. Okay. Now we have possessive adjectives. So what is possessive adjectives? For example, the words like my, our, your, his, its, and their. So all these are used as the determiners in some cases when it is used as a possessive adjectives. So always it is not like that. But in some situations, if it is using in this way, what will happen? It is used as a possessive adjectives because it shows ownership. Okay, so that is with regard to it. And then we move on to the next one, that is cardinal and ordinal numbers. So it is very simple, cardinal and ordinal numbers. So numbers like numbers in these two forms are commonly used as the determiners, like cardinal numbers 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all these are cardinal numbers. And what is ordinal numbers? In the same way, we have first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 20th, 30th, 50th, 40th, 50th. So all these are ordinal numbers. So all these numbers are also used as determiners in the sentence. So always it is used as a determiner. So whenever it is there, it is used as a determiner. So you just find out and tell me whether these sentences are, these words are used just before the noun or not. Obviously, it is just before the noun. Okay. And we speak about the quantifiers. So what is quantifiers? So here quantifiers give an indication of the amount or quality of nouns. Either the amount of or the quantity of the nouns are explained in the sentence. For example, few is used with the countable nouns to denote a scarcity. For example, it means almost none. So nothing is there. So for I say, few people came for the party. So few people came for the party means what? Almost nobody came. Few people were there. Very few people. Very few people. So what is the difference between few and a few? Few means almost none, which means it speaks about scarcity. Nobody came or no one came for the party. And a few means what? There are some people who came. Okay, in the same way, little and a little. So little means what? It's a countable, uncountable noun. So it means hardly any. So little so the little speaks about hardly any. And whereas a little, so what is the difference between little and a little. So what is the difference between these two? So here, little speaks about, or the meaning of the word little is hardly any, and the meaning of the word a little means some things are there. So not much, but some is there. So that is called a little. Okay. In the same way, all is used with the plural verb when referring to a plural noun, and with a singular verb when referring to a singular noun. So much is used with the singular verb to describe an uncountable noun. In the same way, many, some, any, so all these are also used in the same way. And then what else? Yeah, we have to discuss about distributives. So distributives shows distribution by referring to each one of a number, like each, every, either, neither, and so on. For example, each is used with a singular verb when limited number of persons or things are considered individually. For example, each people who came for the party enjoyed well. So each people means what? So much people, I mean, many people did not come, only few people came, but those who few people who came enjoyed in a better manner. Or else every is used with a singular verb when large number of persons or things are considered. So I hope you understood the difference between these two. Each speaks about a singular verb. So both speaks about singular verb. Each and every speaks about a singular verb, but each is used with a small number, and every is used with a large number. So that's it. And the last thing which we have to see is okay. The last one is either is used with a singular verb. Either is used a singular verb in the affirmative with the meaning any one of the two or each of the two, and either is used with singular negative verb with the meaning not one or the other. So it is nothing much about it, and this is all about the chapter.